Welcome to the Emerald Isle, where ancient legends, booming tech giants, and a warm cup of tea collide in the most surprising ways. Did you know that Ireland's green hills hide everything from open borders to one of the world's most powerful passports? Stick around as we reveal the 16 incredible truths about life, luck, and living in modern Ireland. Facts you'll want to see before you ever set foot on Irish soil. I must mention that I don't have unlimited video footage from Ireland, so in some parts you'll see photos instead of video clips. Thank you for your understanding. I genuinely welcome any corrections or additional insights in the comments, since mistakes can happen, and we're all only human after all. Also, apologies in advance for any mispronunciations or lack of an authentic Irish accent. Sadly, couldn't find a native Irish voice actor for this episode. Fact 1. The Emerald Isle's mild, rainy climate. Ireland is famously known as the Emerald Isle, a poetic name earned thanks to its lush, unbroken green landscape. The country's climate is unique in Europe. While Ireland is located well north of most popular European travel destinations, its weather is surprisingly mild year-round. The secret is the North Atlantic Drift, an offshoot of the Gulf Stream, which bathes the island in relatively warm, moist air. Winters rarely dip below freezing, and snow is a rarity outside mountainous regions, while summers remain comfortably cool. Average temperatures in July barely exceed 66 degrees Fahrenheit. Rain is a defining feature, especially in the west, where towns like Valentia Island can see more than 55 inches of rainfall annually, nearly double what falls in Dublin. Thanks to this Atlantic moisture, the landscape stays vibrantly green even in the depths of winter. This climate means that Ireland's grasslands are some of the most productive in Europe, fueling its famous cattle and dairy industries. For expats, the constant green views are a daily delight, though you'll want to pack a raincoat. Locals like to joke that you can experience 4 seasons in a single day, and it's often true. Fact 2. 2 countries, 1 open border. Ireland is a rare example of an island divided between 2 distinct countries, the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland, which remains part of the United Kingdom. While this might sound complicated, daily life on the island is much simpler than you'd expect. Thanks to the Good Friday Agreement and decades of diplomatic effort, the border, stretching roughly 310 miles, has become almost invisible. There are over 200 official crossing points, but you won't find border guards or routine passport checks. Locals routinely cross for work, shopping, school, or simply to visit family, treating the frontier like any other country road. For many, the existence of this open border is a powerful symbol of peace and practical cooperation after a turbulent history. While differences remain, currency, accents, road signs, the free movement of people and goods is so smooth that visitors often cross the border without realizing it. This arrangement is cherished by both communities, who see it as essential for maintaining harmony and economic ties on the island. However, behind the scenes, it took years of negotiation, creative legal frameworks, and the flexibility of both the British and Irish governments, especially after Brexit, to keep this freedom intact. In a world where borders are often contentious, Ireland's is a model for how things can work when peace comes first. Fact 3. The living legacy of the Irish language. Although English is the dominant language in daily life, the Irish language, Gaelic, remains a powerful symbol of identity and heritage across Ireland. As one of the official languages of the Republic and a full working language of the European Union, since January 2022, Irish occupies a unique place in the nation's heart. While only around 1 to 2% of the population uses it as their main language outside school, nearly 40% report some ability to speak or understand it. This ancient Celtic tongue can be heard daily in the Gaeltacht regions along the rugged western seaboard, where children grow up speaking Irish at home, in school, and on the street. For visitors, bilingual road signs are a constant reminder of this heritage, and you'll notice Irish expressions peppered throughout local English conversation. Words like craik, fun, slante, cheers, and cead mille failte, 100,000 welcomes. The Irish government invests heavily in promoting the language, supporting Irish language TV, radio, and newspapers. Mastery of Irish is compulsory in schools, ensuring new generations keep a connection to their roots. Though debates continue over its future for many Irish people, Gaelic is not just a language. It's a cultural inheritance, a badge of pride, and a living link to the island's storied past. Fact 4. Gaelic games, Ireland's fiercely local sporting passion. When it comes to sports in Ireland, nothing captures the nation's spirit quite like Gaelic games, especially hurling and Gaelic football. These are not just sports, they are living traditions, woven deep into Irish life and identity. Governed by the Gaelic Athletic Association, GAA, since 1884, these games unite communities from the smallest village to the heart of Dublin. Every summer, the All-Ireland Championships turn Croke Park, Ireland's largest stadium, into a roaring sea of county flags and local pride. Hurling, in particular, is legendary for its speed and skill. It's often called the fastest field sport in the world, with players wielding wooden hurleys and a small ball called a sliotar at blinding pace. What's remarkable is the amateur ethos. Even at the highest level, players are not paid. Teachers, engineers, and farmers can all take the field for their county, cheered by tens of thousands of neighbors. This community-driven spirit sets Irish sports apart. GAA clubs often serve as social hubs, hosting everything from matches to dances and fundraisers. For newcomers, catching a local hurling or football match is the best way to experience authentic Irish culture. Raw passion, family ties, and a sense of belonging you won't find in any other sporting arena. Fact 5. Pubs, Ireland's welcoming living rooms. To understand Ireland, you must step into one of its legendary pubs, not just for a pint, but to experience a cornerstone of Irish social life. With over 6,500 pubs dotting the Republic, the Irish pub serves as a second home and community hub, especially in rural villages and tight-knit neighborhoods. Here, the atmosphere is warm and unpretentious. Dark wood interiors, crackling fireplaces, and a steady hum of conversation that blurs the line between stranger and friend. The pub is where birthdays are toasted, deals are struck, news is shared, and music fills the air, often with spontaneous traditional sessions led by local musicians. It's not about drinking, but about connection. Locals might gather for tea as easily as for Guinness. Despite a steady decline in pub numbers, down over 20% since 2005, these establishments remain vital, hosting quizzes, charity nights, and celebrations that keep small communities alive. Irish pubs abroad try to copy this magic, but nothing beats the real thing: the authenticity, the banter, and the sense of belonging. Tipping is minimal, and staff treat you like family. Whether you're a regular or a visitor, you'll find yourself welcomed into the fold. Proof that in Ireland, every pub is a living room open to all. Fact 6. Ireland, where tea is life. If you want to truly live like a local in Ireland, forget about Guinness. Embrace tea. The Irish are the world's second most enthusiastic tea drinkers, downing an astonishing average of over 2 kilograms per person each year. This isn't a passing fad. It's a national obsession woven into the fabric of daily life. In homes, offices, and even construction sites, the offer of a cuppa is almost a ritual greeting, a universal gesture of hospitality and friendship. The classic Irish brew is strong and robust, usually blended for Ireland's soft water, served piping hot in a big mug, and always with a generous splash of milk. Lemon is practically unheard of. It's not uncommon for an Irish household to get through several pots a day, and social visits without tea are considered unthinkable. Tea is the answer to every problem, from heartbreak to hangover, and the first thing you'll be offered in any Irish kitchen, no matter the hour. For expats and visitors, embracing this tradition is an instant way to break the ice. So if you want to experience authentic Irish culture, don't wait for the pub. Put the kettle on, settle in, and discover why in Ireland tea is much more than just a drink. It's the heart of the home. Fact 7. A modern economic miracle. Ireland's economic story is one of the most dramatic turnarounds in recent European history. For much of the 20th century, Ireland was seen as a poor and largely rural country, with generations emigrating in search of work. Fast forward to today, and Ireland boasts a high-income, tech-driven economy with a GDP per capita exceeding $107,000, placing it among the world's top 3. This transformation began in the late 20th century, as the government slashed taxes, invested in education, and joined the European Union. Ireland soon became a magnet for multinational giants. Tech titans like Google, Apple, Facebook, and pharmaceutical leaders like Pfizer all chose to base their European headquarters in Irish cities such as Dublin and Cork. This boom created tens of thousands of high-quality jobs and helped fuel a rapid rise in living standards. But success has brought new challenges. Housing costs, especially in Dublin, have soared, and infrastructure is under strain. Still, Ireland continues to attract foreign investment with its educated workforce, English language, and access to the EU market. For newcomers and expats, Ireland offers the best of both worlds: small-town friendliness and global opportunity, all in a country that never lost its sense of community. Fact 8. Business-friendly taxes, the 12.5% advantage. Ask any economist why so many multinational giants have set up shop in Ireland, and you'll hear one number over and over: 12.5%. That's Ireland's headline corporate tax rate, one of the lowest in the developed world, and it's a cornerstone of the nation's business success. Since the late 1990s, this ultra-competitive tax environment has drawn the likes of Google, Meta, Microsoft, Apple, and Pfizer, transforming cities like Dublin and Cork into booming tech and pharma hubs. For Ireland, the strategy paid off: high-paying jobs, international prestige, and a tidal wave of foreign direct investment that turbocharged economic growth. Small businesses benefit too, enjoying streamlined rules, EU market access, and a legal system based on English common law. Critics say this low tax rate has made Ireland a magnet for tax avoidance by global corporations, and pressure from the European Union and United States means reforms may be on the horizon. But for now, Ireland's reputation as a business-friendly destination remains intact, and the 12.5% corporate tax is still one of the country's most talked-about selling points. For anyone dreaming of launching a business or landing a tech job, Ireland is a place where opportunity and ambition truly meet. Fact 9. High quality of life and well-being. Ireland consistently ranks among Europe's leaders for quality of life, a fact that surprises many first-time visitors. Life expectancy in Ireland hovers around 83 years, outpacing the European Union average and reflecting advances in healthcare, public safety, and overall living standards. Irish people report high life satisfaction, typically scoring 7 out of 10 or better in international studies, which is well above the global norm. The country's education system is highly regarded, with near universal literacy and strong results in science and math. Public schools are free, and there's a social safety net that provides support for families, the elderly, and those facing tough times. Healthcare is a mix of public and private, but even the public system covers essentials for everyone, with children's healthcare now free in most situations. The sense of community runs deep. Neighbors still check in on each other, and you'll find an openness and friendliness that many expats cite as one of Ireland's best features. While city living, especially in Dublin, can be pricey, most residents say the trade-off is worth it for a safe, clean environment, rich cultural life, and the warmth that defines Irish society. For anyone considering a move, Ireland offers both opportunity and a rare sense of belonging. Fact 10. The Common Travel Area. Seamless UK-Ireland mobility. One of Ireland's greatest practical advantages is the Common Travel Area, or CTA, an agreement that predates the European Union and remains firmly in place even after Brexit. This unique arrangement allows citizens of the Republic of Ireland and the United Kingdom, including Northern Ireland, to live, work, study, and travel freely across both countries without visas, border checks, or bureaucratic headaches. For millions of Irish and British nationals, the CTA means open borders, reciprocal residency rights, and even access to healthcare, education, and social benefits in both countries. Imagine moving from Cork to Cardiff or from Belfast to Dublin with the same ease as relocating between towns at home. No forms, no waiting, just pack your bags and go. The system is based on mutual trust and historical ties, and it's respected by both governments as a cornerstone of their relationship. Even after the turbulence of Brexit, the CTA was protected and reaffirmed, offering an extraordinary level of freedom in a world where borders seem to be tightening everywhere else. For expats with Irish or UK citizenship, this means access to both job markets and a double helping of cultural richness. No wonder so many people take advantage of this quiet but powerful passport privilege. Fact 11. Citizenship by Ancestry, the Irish passport advantage. Ireland's citizenship laws are among the world's most generous when it comes to heritage. If you have at least one grandparent born in Ireland, you're eligible to apply for Irish citizenship through the Foreign Births Register, regardless of where you were born yourself. This grandparent rule has opened the doors for millions in the United States, Canada, Australia, and beyond to reconnect with their Irish roots and even secure an Irish passport. The process, while bureaucratic, is straightforward. Gather the required documents, prove your lineage, and soon you could be the proud holder of one of the world's most powerful passports, with visa-free or visa-on-arrival access to over 180 countries. Dual citizenship is allowed, so you don't need to give up your original nationality. For many, Irish citizenship is not just about travel. It's a lifeline to living, working, and studying anywhere in the European Union, even after Brexit. This quirk of Irish law is a living link to the vast Irish diaspora, a way for distant relatives to come home and participate in the modern story of Ireland. It's practical, emotional, and, let's be honest, a terrific conversation starter at any party. Fact 12. Social progress. From conservatism to modern liberalism. Modern Ireland has undergone a remarkable transformation in social attitudes, making headlines worldwide for its rapid progressiveness. In 2015, Ireland became the first country on Earth to legalize same-sex marriage by a popular vote, with over 62% of voters saying yes in a referendum that captured global attention. Just 3 years later, another landmark vote saw Irish citizens overwhelmingly support the legalization of abortion, ending one of Europe's most restrictive bans. These changes signaled a profound shift in a country once known for strict Catholic conservatism, and they reflect the new Ireland, open, inclusive, and ready to put individual rights above old taboos. For visitors and expats, this means Ireland is now one of Europe's most welcoming countries for LGBTQ+ people, and for women seeking autonomy over their lives. The country's embrace of equality has not only shaped its laws, but has reshaped its global reputation, turning Ireland into a symbol of peaceful democratic change. Even as the nation honors its deep-rooted traditions, it shows the world that real progress is possible, and that Ireland is a place where everyone can belong, regardless of background or belief. Fact 13. The global Irish diaspora, 70 million strong. Ireland may be home to just over 5 million residents, but its cultural reach is global, thanks to a diaspora estimated at up to 70 million people. Generations of emigration, fueled by famine, poverty, and opportunity, have scattered the Irish far and wide, most famously to the United States, Canada, Australia, and the United Kingdom. In fact, over 34 million Americans claimed Irish ancestry in the last U.S. Census, a number more than 7 times the current population of Ireland itself. This global family keeps Irish traditions alive with St. Patrick's Day parades, Irish festivals, and community organizations spanning the world. For many, tracing their roots back to Ireland is a source of pride and curiosity, and each year thousands of diaspora tourists return to discover the land of their ancestors. The Irish government has embraced this extended family, creating programs and outreach to connect with the diaspora, whether for cultural exchange or business ties. This vast network gives Ireland global influence that far exceeds its size, shaping everything from music to politics. For visitors and new residents, the result is a country that feels both local and international, where you're never really a stranger, especially if you know how to pronounce Sláinte. Fact 14. Neutrality in World War II. The emergency. Ireland's official stance of neutrality during World War II remains one of the most distinctive and sometimes controversial chapters in its modern history. While much of Europe was engulfed in conflict, Ireland, then a young, fiercely independent state, declared a state of the emergency and steered clear of military alliances. This decision was not taken lightly. Memories of hard-won independence from Britain and the trauma of earlier wars meant most Irish people wanted nothing to do with another European conflict. The government strictly rationed food and fuel, blacked out cities to avoid attracting bombers, and kept its borders tightly monitored. Still, neutrality was never absolute. Thousands of Irish citizens volunteered to fight in British forces, and the government discreetly shared weather reports and intelligence with the Allies. Ireland even allowed Allied aircraft a secret corridor over Donegal to reach the Atlantic. After the war, neutrality became a cornerstone of Irish foreign policy, celebrated by some as a symbol of sovereignty and criticized by others for perceived moral ambiguity. Today, neutrality is still widely supported by the Irish public, shaping the country's approach to international relations and its self-image as a nation of peace. Fact 15. Ireland. Friendly, modern, and uniquely welcoming. Ireland is often described by visitors and expats as one of the world's friendliest and most welcoming societies, a reputation built on centuries of hospitality, openness, and adaptability. English is universally spoken, though each region boasts its own lyrical accent, and the country's education system delivers near-perfect literacy rates. Ireland's streets and villages are generally safe, with crime rates lower than many European countries, and the health and social care systems offer solid support to residents. One charming quirk. Like the UK, Ireland drives on the left side of the road, something every newcomer needs to remember at the first roundabout. Life here is colored by vibrant cultural events, music festivals, and a thriving literary scene. After all, this is the land of Yeats, Joyce, and U2. EU membership means easy travel and business across the continent, and with Dublin as a tech hub, there's opportunity for the ambitious and creative alike. The famed Irish sense of humor, quick, dry, and generous, makes it easy to feel at home. For anyone seeking a blend of old-world charm and modern opportunity, Ireland stands out as a uniquely inviting destination, ready to turn strangers into friends. Cost of living, jobs, healthcare, and settling in Ireland. The realities behind the green curtain. Living in Ireland can be a dream, but it's important to arrive with realistic expectations about the practical side of life. First and foremost, the cost of living, especially in Dublin and other major cities, is high by European standards. Rent for a modest one-bedroom apartment in central Dublin easily ranges from $1,800 to $2,300 per month, with prices in Cork or Galway slightly lower but still a stretch for many newcomers. Groceries and daily goods are also pricier than the EU average. A loaf of bread might set you back $2, a simple lunch $10 to $15. Eating out at a mid-range restaurant can quickly climb to $30 or $40 per person. Utilities and internet, though reliable, Add another $150 to $200 to your monthly expenses. On the plus side, public transportation is modern, widespread, and relatively affordable, with monthly passes available in most cities for $100 to $140. For those seeking to settle, Ireland's immigration policies are friendly, especially if you're from the EU or have Irish ancestry. Non-EU citizens can apply for work permits or critical skills visas, particularly in sectors like IT, healthcare, engineering, and finance, where demand is high. The Irish job market is robust, with unemployment rates among the lowest in Europe and opportunities at global companies as well as local firms. Wages are strong, with the minimum wage around $12 per hour and average salaries for skilled workers starting at $35,000 to $45,000 per year, though top earners in tech and pharma can expect far more. Healthcare in Ireland combines public and private systems. Residents are entitled to the Public Health Service Executive, HSE, which covers hospital care and doctor visits, though waiting times can be long for non-emergencies. Many locals and expats opt for private insurance, costing between $1,500 and $3,000 per year for comprehensive coverage, to guarantee faster access to specialists and procedures. Pharmacies are plentiful, and prescription medication is reasonably priced, with some costs covered under the drugs payment scheme. Setting up a life here is easier than you might expect. Most paperwork can be handled online, from getting a PPS, social security number, to registering for healthcare or opening a bank account. Irish bureaucracy, while sometimes slow, is rarely obstructive. New arrivals will find a wealth of expat and community groups ready to help with everything from finding housing to adapting to local customs. Despite the expenses, Ireland rewards its residents with a high quality of life, job opportunities, world-class scenery, and that unmistakable sense of welcome you won't find anywhere else. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the real Ireland, where ancient legends meet modern living and every corner tells a new story. If you learned something new or have your own experiences to share, let me know in the comments below. I read and appreciate every one. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, so you never miss more mind-blowing facts from around the world. If you spot any mistakes, pronunciation slip-ups, or just want to add a local perspective, your feedback is always welcome. See you in the next adventure. Until then, may the road rise up to meet you.